So according to the comments, half of y'all didn't even know a green jay existed, which is fine. No judgment here. We're all here to learn. But now we got this new bird. We got this hybrid, this Grue jay. So before we all spiral, I'm going to share what scientists know and what they've released so far to the public. And then I'll talk a little bit about the blue jay and the green jay and their behaviors and why this hybridization is just so fascinatingly weird. So let's look at the characteristics of the blue jay first. They are extremely loud, aggressive, and smart. You can find them in eastern and central North America. They prefer cooler forested areas. In the wild, they've been documenting mimicking hawks. They steal food, they stash snacks, and they just kind of stay ready for the chaos. Honestly, when I think about blue jays, if they had feet, I imagine they would be the type of bird that would wear black Air Forces. Like, if you know, you know. So now let's get into the green jays. So they have more of a social tropical vibe. You find them more in southern Texas and Mexico and these warm scrub and woodland areas. They move in groups, they share food, they're just way more chill than the blue jay. So now that we have this understanding of the individual personalities of these birds, you also have to think about their courtship and their mating behaviors. So again, the green jays are cooperative breeders. They're even more social during the breeding season. And when they bond with another bird, those bonds, they can be loosey-goosey. They can be a little bit more flexible. Courtship includes food sharing and group interactions. And their breeding time is closely tied to rainfall and food availability. The blue jay is completely different. Blue jays are strictly monogamous. They will pair for the entire season and sometimes for years. They are highly territorial during the breeding season. Courtship usually includes quiet displays, loud social cues, feeding. They're not cooperative breeders. They don't have any assistants. The parents do all the work. And their breeding patterns and schedules are closely tied to day length and seasonal temperatures. So in a sense, these two birds are from two different worlds. You have two different courtship signals, two different social expectations, two different breeding patterns and times of breeding. So you can kind of see why the fact that these two birds from these two different cultures, these two different worlds, two different mating patterns, two different courtship signals met up and decided, okay, I think this will work. I think this will work. And yes, there is the Pizzly bear, which is a hybrid between the polar bear and the grizzly bear. But even the polar bear and the grizzly bear are more closely related than these two birds. So far, this is the only Grue jay that scientists have found in the wild, but they were still able to ban it and track it so that they can observe it from a distance. Here's some of the things they learned. They have not observed the Grue jay mating with either blue jays or green jays, so they have no idea what that even looks like for the Grue jay. They have no idea yet if the Grue jay can reproduce. They won't be able to know that until the bird mates with another bird. But if it can't reproduce, this will just be a dead-end hybrid. Fertility in hybrids varies a lot in birds, with some birds being completely sterile. Some birds are able to have offsprings once. Like, it just really depends and varies. So when you look at the personality of the Grue jay, you find that it shares personality traits from both parents. It's not as aggressive as the blue jay, but it will throw hands. And it's not as social as the green jay, but it will make friends. As far as sounds, the Grue jay kind of makes sounds that are similar to both birds. They have not confirmed whether or not it can make the hawk sound like the blue jays yet. Scientists actually describe the calls of the Grue jay as sounding incomplete. The social behaviors aren't really clear at this moment, and the foraging behaviors look like they're extremely flexible. So yeah, this was a little bit of a longer video. That was a lot to dive into, talking about the Grue jay and why this hybridization is so funky. So yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm already a part of the Grue crew. I'm gonna be following along with researchers as they do their research and as they publish on this bird. It's gonna be a really exciting journey. You can actually follow them here. This is where that research is being conducted. And yeah, thanks for rocking with me. Remember, nature is lit and it is for everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. It's always appreciated.